Bitcoin just bounced from a 7% crash back to my exact exit point. Right now, we're at a make or break level. Either we blast through 107,000 or we're heading down to test 92K. Here's my exact trading plan. Overall, the prices returned roughly to the mark where I exited. Well, I exited around 105.2 at break-even last time, and in fact, I can say it was the right decision. Looking now, even though we've almost returned to the break-even point and even pierced it yesterday, we're above 106,000, still this drop that happened by more than 7%, well, would have caused serious worries. And why do you need that, right? When something's already going wrong, better to exit. When the trigger stop was at 9.7%, meaning we weren't far from the stop already.
I already wrote in the Telegram channel, link to it, by the way, is in the description under this video, that for confidence, I'm ready to re-enter long from current levels. If we get a close above roughly $107,000, there's an important level here. Well, for me personally, here we have both the 50 and 30 daily moving averages. Although yesterday's candle was strong, high volume, full engulfing, bounce from the monthly S3, good, just pushed with force. Strong feeling that we'll try to break higher, strong feeling, either like this or somehow like this with a small pullback down. So here's what I'll do. I'll set two new limit orders just at some spike levels, the nearest ones. This will be one full position. I'll just split it in two. One limit order fills good, two fill even better. What will we have in this case? So for now, the first limit order I'll place somewhere here. Don't know, let's put it at the 104 mark just in case 550, first part of the limit order. And the second one, here's the correction range. I think 104.5 and somewhere up to here, up to 101 probably. Well, in the second one, just in case if it suddenly goes down to average deeper, somewhere like this, let it be 101.555 to trade through this whole candle. Try. It's possible. If both limit orders fill, the average will be roughly here. And then our stop is 1, 2, 3, goes here. Yes, we're back at the trend change point, bear market. But for Bitcoin, not for alts, roughly 93,000, let it be 93.2, like this, from the average entry, stop point. Accordingly, I'll set take profit at 1-to-1 for now. Well, we'll figure it out in the process. Plus or minus nothing will change. We'll probably close earlier anyway, because we'll still be under the main moving averages then, well under the nearest ones. I won't wait until the take, 9.3, somewhere around 112.2. Doesn't matter where to set take now. What's important now is to enter correctly and set the right stop. On the 4 hour, what's interesting, I like this approach. Sharp, just buying, engulfing, looks interesting, meaning there's a feeling they'll break through, somehow consolidate and break through eventually, or go a bit deeper, then finish consolidating somehow like this, and break through anyway. There's a feeling, well, 107 for confidence, what I mentioned. Here both the 200 on 4 hour and R4, everything passes. Right here I'll enter from current, meaning, how will I enter from current? If we don't pull back at all now, won't even take the first limit at 104.55, and immediately close above 107. Okay, I'll re-enter from current. The stop will just be higher. I actually don't care. I just act according to the system. My system, however the price gives.
Next, regarding Bitcoin, everything's clear here. On the weekly, makes no sense to look at it. Everything's just within a normal correction here, nothing interesting here. Meaning total correction of 12.5% from the peak in mid-May. Alts, also wrote a lot about alts. Total 3, alt capitalization without Bitcoin and without Ether. Here's the main range that's being traded now, $755 to $830 billion. From my point of view, if we go back here and close under the June 22nd candle, meaning below the 750 to 755 mark, then this will all be bad. We'll go then in this case somewhere here, 650 to 600, plus this figure is looking at us. I don't understand what kind of figure this is. Looks like head and shoulders, but actually just some figure. It's looking at us right at 650. And generally then most likely the whole gap from Trump's victory will close. However, we're above the yearly moving average. Good reaction from it. Return to S3, though under all main moving averages except the yearly. Alts looked worse than Bitcoin. I can't say I'm 100% sure that now will most likely go up. I'm leaning more toward this option, more. So I'm longing alts more. I can't show here specifically what I'm longing. We do all this in TK, but I also have simultaneous hedged shorts but fewer of them, meaning my net long position still outweighs the short position, although some coins I'm ready to short on bounces, which still look bad on dailies. I'm talking about total 3 overall now. On the 4 hour, alts look more interesting than on the daily, meaning here too, this engulfing V-shaped reversal, beautiful on volume, just need to consolidate a bit higher. Yes, this mark, I set it. Same thing, 830, here it is, 830. The line passes here, need to get here, here, and stay here. That's it. Well, this is actually a reversal, meaning actually, here it is, V-shaped reversal, target will be 900. Even more, target will be 900. There, 920. Meaning closer to late May highs. Need to get out a bit further. Just a bit. Can't say yet. Until we get here. Remember, as soon as we get beyond 830 and stay here, probability of going up will be much higher. Now it's slightly higher from my point of view, because there's already strong buying, already, and this Iran-Israel war is already over. This was actually some nonsense from my point of view. Everyone knew everything in advance. Please strike here, and we'll fly at this time. Raise planes at this time. Please take out your centrifuges, because we'll make a hole in the rock. Show how cool we are. Well, and so on. But nevertheless, Iran will even celebrate victory over Israel today, turns out. And against this background, why wouldn't that coin recover? Like we started falling roughly from here. Roughly. And roughly to here. I'm waiting for recovery. And if we return here, from such a dip, then, in principle, we can do this too. Well, anyway, for now I'm leaning toward growth, but I'm not giving specific alt trades yet. Can't be sure. But that I'm leaning toward growth. You all see this in my public portfolio under hashtag table. Everything that's there. I still hold and don't close. If I close something, take profits, losses, I'll write all this in the Telegram channel. As I said, I say.
Regarding Bitcoin there, please set 2 new limit orders if you're following me, like these, not that chart, like these, meaning split one position into 2 because they might trade through this candle for some time. What scenario for Bitcoin would be bad? Generally, everything's going okay so far, meaning the trend in my system is going, 1, well, this generally shows since turning on, complex its trend, ideally this is all expansion wave, this is all expansion wave, ideally, well, let's say there's a repair point, gap here, here it is, we didn't penetrate it, didn't consolidate under it, because if we had consolidated, the figure would already be working. Yes, this figure, well, so, bad scenario for Bitcoin, to which I now give less probability for this scenario, is we swallow this whole candle down, engulf and go under it, meaning not even under the body, but under the base, under the shadow, here, close again below 100K, then most likely the bad scenario will play out for Bitcoin, and in this case we'll be working out this figure, like this, and the target of this figure will be testing the bear market zone, here it is, around $92,000, in this case, what will I do in this case? I'll take more in this range, but I'll say that later. I don't know myself what I'll do. I know for sure I'll be buying here, but with what volume, what limit orders will strongly depend on how we get here. Now I don't know how we'll get here, and honestly not counting on it. This is like a backup scenario, bad one. Now from my point of view, more likely still up. Either we'll break through somehow like this, or we'll pull back, and then still go up, there, to overlap these highs. Update, that's the layout. So, if weekly Bitcoin nothing interesting, total 3 weekly holding 800 billion I talked about many times, we're trading them for now, nothing interesting, but good that we're bouncing from the yearly moving, this is the 50 on weekly yellow, this is purple on daily yearly, and this is good plus structure here, 1, 2, 3, 4, broke inflection point, just new retest, closed all gaps, these ones, that's it, can grow here, can grow. And I even wrote in the Telegram channel, June 22nd, when prices were lower, that now graphically this is a long accumulation zone, of course risky that Iran will respond and so on. And eventually, yes, the option with a spike slightly lower happened, meaning that's how it happened. 755, we made a spike and reversed. Essentially, technically, this is still a long accumulation zone, essentially, technically with long stops. And this red channel will be good, very good if we close above it, close this week above it, and the higher we close, the better. That will essentially exit this channel, global falling one, which has been falling and falling since December 24, falling and already fell here, unloaded everything possible, all indicators. And ideally, if alt season will happen at all, the one you're all waiting for so much, that altcoins will just fly, just all, although I doubt they'll all fly the same equally as it was last season or the one before, then it should start somewhere here, here, here it should start. I doubt that if we go down here, come here, here, we'll start alt season. No, here already, everything, this is full engulfing from Trump's victory. Here already, no. Here, maximum bounce and sideways maximum, what I'll wait for. But if alt season, then right now from roughly current prices, it should start. If it will be at all, I don't not believe in it or believe. I don't care at all. Whether it is or isn't, I trade what is. I can trade short too. If all this falls, doesn't matter to me. So there, and some beautiful reversal structure might form, and there, that's it. Thanks everyone. Mozart was in touch. Have a good day, and bye everyone.